Jax. Round one, fight! Feel the power of... Round one, fight! Liu Kang. Round one, fight! Feel the power of... Johnny Cage. Round one, fight! Baraka. Round one, fight! Feel the power of
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Torentsu live stream. Today we're taking a look at something called Mortal Kombat 2 Plus. As you can see here, I don't know if you've heard of this before. I posted a few videos of it before, so you probably have. But the main difference is they've basically gone back and added a lot of things that the original Mortal Kombat maybe was lacking in, or that could have been done better. They made the secret characters playable. That includes the bosses. They added a combo counter, and there's all sorts of other little tweaks and additions. They restored a lot of cut content that didn't make it into the final game. If you're a big fan of MK2, it's very much worth playing. So I thought we would play it today. Predominantly, I'm worried about streaming the secret characters because, the last few weeks we've done a lot of Mortal Kombat on the stream. So I thought, hey, let's do MK2 Plus, and let's show off the secret characters that we didn't get to see in those other videos. So we'll just go ahead and get started with it right now.
Excellent.
And the way you play as the secret characters is different. You have to unlock them, and you can go online and Google that and learn how to do it. But once you do that, you can play as them by pressing start when you select certain characters, and it's basically the character that they take the sprite set of. So for example, if you want to be Jade, you have to go to Katana, hold start, and press your button. And so that's how you do it. So you can see you've got a 2-on-2 combat mode as well as a survival mode, and those are exactly what they say, except playing the arcade game, so that makes it super cool. Anyway, Jade is up here at the top, so we'll just start with Jade because she's probably my favorite to play because she has the most interesting secret character mechanics, in my opinion. Namely that she can just completely ignore projectiles. They won't hurt her. But other than that, she plays just like Katana. You can also see that we're starting on the living forest, and there's a stage randomizer in this mod that kind of mixes up the stages a little bit so that you don't fight on quite the same boring old patterns that those of us that have played MK2 for years are used to. AI is already being a jerk. It's only level 2. Oh, jump-ins are a mixed bag in this game. You never know if you can punish it successfully with an uppercut or not. Some characters it works, sometimes you're the one who's left crying. They really got their money's worth out of this ninja palette in this game. Oh, I have comments. I can't even see it because I'm not... Thank God for MKX Mobile, that piece of trash. Hey Demon Flip, how you doing? I assume that comment loading GIF there is a joke about my latency or something. My wife's probably downstairs wasting our bandwidth on The Bachelor, if I had to guess, and hopefully when she gets done, that won't be an issue. I'm fantastic, man. It's been nice weather. It was a good work day. Got a lot done. Just ready to chill out and play some MK in front of a live audience, like a 90s sitcom. and knock these secret characters out.
To fight.
I'm just glad to be, even though we couldn't finish UMK3 all characters, I'm glad to be kind of done with it, because that was really stressful doing those. And I was up way past my bedtime, getting angry at the CPU. Okay, good. I was afraid my latency was bad because, like I said, my wife was probably wasting it on The Bachelor.
Round 3. Fight.
I'd rather download like a 10 gigabyte just file of white noise than I would waste 30 MB on The Bachelor. That show is trash.
Finisher.
So me and Riven Mite used to be pretty heavy into MKX Mobile. I don't know if he still is. I haven't played it in probably months. I've never spent a cent on that game, but I played from the beginning, so you know, I've got a collection such that I can handle pretty much just about any content they throw out. But even with my collection, some of that stuff, unless you're spending like thousands of dollars, I don't see how you would reliably beat. Because it's obviously just stuff to make you spend money, so I've kind of gotten away from it. And they never release any new like good gold challenge characters. It's all just like diamond packs for high amounts of money, like real cash. Kind of the final straw for me was when Smoke came out, because that's like my favorite MK2 character ever, my favorite MK character ever. And it was $20 for a 20% chance or something like that of getting him. Like you couldn't even just straight up buy him, you could buy a chance at getting him. Like I haven't spent any money on that game. Smoke almost made me want to spend some, and then I saw it was like to get a chance at Smoke, and I was like, I'm done. And he's not even that game-breaking of a card either. Yeah, it's essentially a casino, and the house always wins, so. Yeah, don't underestimate silver characters. Silver characters are pretty good. Where they lack is health, really. Or if you're trying to fight diamonds, they don't have the attack unless you got like really good equipment. I really like these custom portraits they put in the game. That's another modification. If you notice when Raiden stands still, he has electricity going around him. For some reason that was in the game and they took it out before release. I guess maybe they thought it was too distracting during the match or something like that. I guess he just thought if I keep doing it, I'll hit the guy eventually. Back in my day, the highest you could go was F7. Yeah, Kenshi is a really good card. Like if you're starting out and you can get silver Kenshi, that's a good one to start with. He's almost like a gold card. Ah. Yeah, see, for me, the silver that carried me through like months of that game was Silver Sonya. I want to say I mixed her with like Silver Cassie Cage or something like that and just kind of did the old Cage family trick. And if you can get Like one of the first, like before they ruined the in-game store where you could just buy whatever character you wanted. I bought Demolition Sonya because I was maining Sonya at the time in MKX. And her, not Demo Sonya, Covert Ops. Maybe it's the one that gives like 30% bonus to all Spec Ops team members. So I got that, and that was a really good card to have. So one thing that I like that they did to balance Jade in MK2 Plus, it's like if you just get on MAME and use the hacks to play as Jade, she'll have Katana's fan lift even though the AI never uses it. But in this version they took it out. So all you get is the moves that the AI Jade has and projectile invulnerability, which is extremely good. But you have a semi-gimped moveset in return. She does get the blade swipe, which I don't think AI Jade uses, but that may just be considered part of her core moveset or something, not a special move. Well, surely not, because Melina doesn't have anything like that. Oh, you got Classic Noob? I'm still subscribed to the subreddit, so I see like all the crazy diamond cards that are coming out. I just want Smoke. That's the only one I want. I need to just use one of those unlockers or whatever and get him. Just so I can be done with the game. That is the one advantage of the new store, because sometimes characters that you can only get from the combat pack will pop up in it. So I've almost maxed Shaolin Master Kung Lao and Covert Ops Cassie Cage for that reason. Whoops. Wow, I've never seen them stand still and wait like that. It's like finding a Bigfoot or something. Yeah, you lucky devil. 2% chance. See, I would always get up to where I had the chance of unlocking him, and then I would like, oh, I made it to that rank. I'll go do something else, and then immediately get pushed back down because I didn't play like constantly. I could probably get him if I really set my mind to it and like saved up a bunch of souls for the classic ninja pack. When it next time it comes around, just like pump, you know, a bunch of souls into it, because I just kind of refuse to spend money on that game. And if they ever did something like Classic Smoke 99-cent pack, yeah, I'd probably, unfortunately I probably would pony up for that, but who knows? They couldn't even get me to come back to MK11 with Shiva. Like, I tried, and I was just like, this game still has the same problems it did. So I quit. Keep talking about the Combat Pack 3 and all that stuff, and like, who cares? I would probably at least buy Smoke just to support the character. But I don't know if I would stick with the game unless there was like a big overhaul. Ow. I'll tell you what's chance-based that sucks in fighting games. When you buy DLC characters for Tekken 7 and you have to unlock like the different costumes and things for them even if you play 2,000 matches, because normally that unlocks all the costumes and base game content, but DLC characters it doesn't count. So if you're like me and you've been playing Tekken 7 since literally launch night, you still have to go grind single player treasure battle to get costume pieces and stuff. Yeah, see, that's what I need to do, is just pick like low tier characters and grind out faction war matches because the stakes are usually a lot lower. You don't have crazy characters that just kill in one hit in those modes, so you can just kind of beat out the AI. As opposed to just like, you know, doing all golds or something, or diamonds, heaven forbid. This guy we gotta watch for because he has a dash throw. As you'll see when we play Smoke here in a minute, that move is just as annoying as it looks. Oh yeah, the diamonds have essentially ruined that game, like any semblance of fair play or balance. Because if you want to compete at like the absolute highest level, you gotta have them. And you're not going to get them in any semblance of reasonable amount of time without like forking over tons of cash. Or being just like stupid lucky. I'm going to put my initials in as exactly what that match was. Where are you at, Katana? The dash throw just changes everything. I actually did a video about Smoke's dash throw because it's pretty interesting. That's actually a CPU only move. It's not just the CPU running up and throwing you. It's an actual special move in the game's code that was unused except for Smoke. Which I think was probably an original Reptile move. It just got repurposed for a secret character. Oh.
Fatality.
Oh, I forgot they put 2 noob Cybots in the game. That you can get classic and regular. And it kind of makes me want to open that game up and see what I missed. Probably more BS. Oh, I forgot this version had endurance matches in it. Because everybody loves those. And by that I mean nobody does. Why you do this, Tupal, too fresh? Hey Smoke, how you doing? We just fought, Smoke. You just missed yourself. Or maybe it was because I was fighting you, that's why you weren't in the chat. We share blood, we are not brothers. I can't believe that uppercut worked. Thought I was gonna get swatted there. At least the first endurance character is Melina, so I can just do this. And then the second one I can just get punched into the corner as Sub-Zero, so that's nice. Yeah, thanks for that. Get out of here. Ghost Spread, how you doing? Oh yeah, I love MK9. It's such a good game. Like, I know it's fundamentally busted, but it's just everything about that game is fun. I think it goes to show that you can make a very entertaining Mortal Kombat game with, like, heck, minimal content. Like, the story mode was just one-on-one fights. But I don't think anybody looked at that game and said, hey, it lacks single-player content. The Awesomeness Destroyer. How you doing?
Fight.
Good to have you. Looks like it is actually sitting on the back of my keyboard because the wife and I are in disagreement as how best to secure it to the ceiling. I wanted to just throw a nail up in a rafter, and she's thinking about resale value because she for some reason thinks that I'm willing to move again in the next lifetime. So I basically got to find some way to get it to hang up there without blowing up the without making the room look bad, essentially, and then I'll have the green screen up. But yes, Ernest, thank you for reminding everyone of my failures and not getting a green screen up. I have the clips for it actually right here. It came with some clips. They were nice enough to send me these 25-cent clips from the hardware store to clip it up with. Whoops, we need... I could duct tape, yeah. That probably wouldn't do too bad to the ceiling. It's not like a popcorn ceiling or anything, so it should stick up there. I thought about either that or putting in like a... It's not very heavy, so I thought about like a push pin, like 2 or 3 push pins, and then hooking it up that way. Because that's not going to leave a mark that anybody's going to notice. And if it does, I can just like caulk it up or something.
Round 2. Fight.
But there are slot machine mini games over 55 characters and the ability to customize character skills. I could look it up. It's a little bit late now because I did buy the green screen, but it was like $12, so it's okay. I got it now. I want to use it, but I will look into that. I actually used XSplit a long time ago. Is XSplit still paid, or is there a free version of that now? Because used to, you had to pay because like I made a few videos and it had the logo up there. In fact, I think I reviewed MK Trilogy using that, and I made a little gag about that at the beginning. Oh yeah, did you see that? They gave him his up knee because he needed that.
Prepare to die.
Yeah, I thought it was. It's probably better than OBS then, honestly. I don't think I've ever played any of those Naruto games. I played one of them that was on the GameCube. It was like an arena fighter. Is that a thing? Does that exist? I had this buddy back in high school those days. Probably likes fighting games more than I do, or at least he used to. And he would just get all the fighting games he could. It didn't matter if they were good or bad. He just wanted them, and I played that at his house. He had that game. Yeah, okay, yeah, I did play that then. It's been a long time, but I played it very briefly. I think I used Sasuke, I believe that's his name, like the teacher or whatever. I've never watched one episode of Naruto.
Feel the wrath of Shao Kahn. Feel the power.
I actually have, yeah. If you're running the game on MAME, which is what 99.9% of people will do, you can do that very easily.
Feel the power of Shao Kahn.
Yeah, I don't know Naruto lore. I kind of missed that, and I don't know, I would consider myself somebody that likes anime, but I don't really watch a whole lot of it. Like, I really liked DBZ growing up, which I think every kid did. And then, when I was a little older, I would watch Adult Swim anime like Full Metal Alchemist. And there was a show that I swear exists that nobody remembers called Paranoia Agent that I watched the entire thing. It was really good. And then on like Thursday nights, it would be S. Cryed instead of Paranoia Agent or something like that. They switched it around, but that was good too. I never finished it, but I did watch it. Kamen Rider Saber, how you doing? You mean the series? I never watched it. I've always heard it's good. I like the movie. I pretty much like all the Star Wars movies. Well, in honor of Kamen Rider here, Noob Saibot. I like that they kept Noob Saibot completely black with like no shading, because a lot of these mods will change him to make him like the home versions. But in the classic games, he was just complete shadow, like no color at all. I think that's such an interesting design choice. So I'm glad that they kept it. We're gonna play Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 Plus here after a while, and you'll see they went a different direction with it. Oh, that's coming. We're gonna play as Shao Kahn. After we got to finish this guy and then Smoke, and then we'll be both bosses. We'll play as them in UMK3 as well. We'll play as Motaro and Shao Kahn. And I've got to look up the move list for those boss characters because I don't remember it. But they did actually give Kentaro and Shao Kahn fatalities. They're kind of lame, but considering what they had to work with, they're okay.
Round 2, fight.
I knew it. I knew it was real. I guess I was just the only one who happened to be watching anime that particular summer amongst my friends, because like every time I bring that up, everybody's like, I've never heard of that. But I thought it was pretty good. Oh, another one I used to watch I forgot about is Tenchi Muyo. I used to watch that. I don't remember much of that, but I did watch that. I want to say it was on like Adult Swim or Toonami at one point. I had no idea what was going on, but I did enjoy watching it. Kinda, yeah. He doesn't really have Sub-Zero's slide or anything, but he uses his like stance. Yeah, I do remember when it changed. I want to say it was like Tenchi Muyo and then Tenchi Universe, and then all of a sudden here comes Tenchi in Tokyo. And if I remember correctly, those were like separate series, but I always thought that they were like direct continuity or something. I don't know, I was a dumb kid, I didn't know what was going on. Heck, I even watched a little Sailor Moon just because it came on before Dragon Ball, and I usually got home in time to catch the tail end of it, so I was like, you know, whatever. Never watched Fooly Cooly. I did have some anime type friends in school that did. I just remember them telling me how insane it was, but I never watched it. Oh yeah, I did. I used to watch. It used to come on Sunday mornings on I think USA, and I watched it. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, but if you go back and watch it, it's just terrible. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, how could I forget? Probably my favorite anime of all time, Big O. F's in the chat for Big O Season 3. Should have happened. Oh yeah, the MK cartoon was so cringe, yeah. All of those like Saturday morning or Sunday morning cartoons with like Mortal Kombat and Darkstalkers and Street Fighter, they were so bad. I didn't even know there was a Street Fighter one until years later, and I saw the YouTube poop of Bison doing the yes, yes. Oh, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, yeah. That's another one of those things you probably rented and watched as a kid and you thought was really cool. And then you grew up and tried to watch it again and you're like, this is awful. It's too bad you will die. And then they had the guy falling in the pit and they just reused it twice. Oh yeah, The Journey Begins was even worse than the cartoon series. I wish I had watched more of Mortal Kombat Conquest when it came out, but being a dumb kid, I was like, oh, this isn't a cartoon, so I don't want to watch this. Awesome figures, bro. He knows about Big O. He knows what's up. You're a louse, Roger Smith. That was a cool anime. Like, it was essentially Japanese Batman with like fighting robots, but that was awesome. Just like, I really like city noir type themes, and so that was really neat. And then, you know, it had a lot of structure. I really like structured shows like that where inevitably he ends up having to call the big fighting robot at the end. And you know, the last enemy was essentially a copy of himself. It was just a cool show. And they managed to have like the fake romantic tension between him and the android. Really interesting show. I really liked it. Except for the ending that made absolutely no sense at all. I've seen a clip of like the last fight from that, but I haven't watched the whole thing. It looked good. Apparently that doesn't work anymore, okay? Krillin in 18. Poor Krillin, man. Like, the power creep. That's like the big problem with DBZ. Is like, if you aren't Goku or Vegeta, you just have no reason to exist by the end of that anime. Unless you're like the villain. And maybe they fixed that in Dragon Ball Z Super. But like the original Dragon Ball Z, it'd be like, next time on Dragon Ball Z, Tien fights Cell to hold him off or whatever. And you're just like, well, this doesn't matter. Because Tien can in no way, shape, or form defeat Cell. So it doesn't even matter that he's fighting him. He's either going to die, run away, or Goku is going to show up and save him. That's what's going to happen. So it's like, why am I even watching? And Dragon Ball Z used to have the worst cuts at the end, right? So it would be like, you would spend 6 episodes watching people grunt like they were constipated, powering up. And then it would be like, next time on Dragon Ball Z, Goku finally goes Super Saiyan and fights Frieza. And so you're watching the next episode the next day, and the whole episode they just grunt and power up some more. And then within like the last 2 seconds, Goku turns Super Saiyan and like charges at Frieza. And then the screen freezes and it's like, tune in next time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it technically happened. But, you know, you were leading me on to believe it was going to happen in this episode. Instead, it's just 30 more minutes of grunting and like constipation. Yeah, that was kind of unique what they did with 18. Like, when she got absorbed by Cell, I kind of thought, okay, that's the end of her character arc, you know, or whatever. But then it's like, oh, here, let Gohan punch him so hard he loses his lunch. That was pretty neat. That was a nice send-off to Krillin's usefulness for the Z Fighters, was to be able to date ostensibly one of the hotter antagonists in the show. Even if the approach was a little heavy-handed with it. Like, their whole romance was a little heavy-handed. Super looks crazy. I've only seen like the first 3 episodes, but some of the later stuff I've seen looks really good. Yeah, 18 is like if essentially if your character was introduced, and I would say maybe Android Arc or beyond, you've got some relevance. Because like 17 and 18 are extremely strong DBZ wise. Like they could both defeat Frieza, who was kind of like your milestone villain. So you would definitely want to have 18 in a fight with you. And being an android, she's probably got like some scanning abilities and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've seen the fight where Goku fights the female Super Saiyan. I don't know her name. I haven't seen much of Super. It looks good. Maybe one day I'll get a chance to sit down and watch it. I'm usually in here streaming. Sometimes I see it on at night. Like if I'm about to go to sleep and I'm looking through the channels, I'll see it. But usually when I have time, I'm in here playing ancient fighting games for you losers. I've never got to watch GT. Like, because, you know, Z kind of ran its course, and then by the time that Cartoon Network started showing it, I just kind of moved on to other things. I always heard it wasn't very good. I had a buddy in junior high school, that era. He would always get like the import tapes and stuff, and he had seen it, and he told me that at the end they fought the dragon, which I thought was the dumbest thing ever, so I kind of got a sour opinion about it without even having seen it. The whole Goku being a kid thing I didn't really like, because it just seemed like a dumb way to make him not as strong of a fighter. Because that was the whole thing that kept DBZ interesting, was the villain, like the stakes got up each time. And so, okay, we'll make Goku a kid again to kind of reset things, and we'll set him off with like Pan and Trunks. Oh, Raiden. Cell Saga was really good. Yeah, Omega Shenron, that's it. But see, keep in mind, I was just a dumb kid, like hearing like playground lore. It's like, yeah, in GT they have to fight the dragon, and it's like Goku's a kid, and like Vegeta shaves his hair and all this other dumb stuff. You know how the playground be. Those are wild times, man. Like the internet kind of ruined video games. I mean, it's really nice to get all like the updates and news and things, but like just picture this, like it's mid-90s, you just rented Ocarina of Time for the first time at your local Blockbuster. You're going home playing it and you're like, don't know what you're doing, and it's like you legitimately feel like you might find something nobody else has ever found before playing a game in those days. Now the moment a game comes out, people like data mine it. You know, like stuff preloads on Steam and people data mine all the characters and what's coming out. There's leaks out the wazoo. Even for Mortal Kombat, stuff leaks. Which is all well and good. It's fun to get a leak and, you know, see something you're not supposed to, but man, those are the days. And that's what makes this game so fun, is how many secrets and rumors there were back in the day, and every time you play it you get to think about that again. Battle for Bikini Bottom. I've always heard that's really good, and I've never sat down and tried it. A lot of people consider the Majin Buu arc to be weak. I actually kind of enjoyed it. It is narratively, it is kind of all over the place. But it's, I mean, it's, as a kid, you don't think about things like that. Just like, oh, more Dragon Ball Z. Please, mainline that into my veins. Get away, back up, back up. Dang it. There we go. That's the old assassin guy from DB, right? towel tie. Yeah, did you hear that clip when Jax got tripped? That's not in the final game. MK2 Plus added that back. Yep, that last hit was a added sound too. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! I forgot about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I actually played the card game too because it was really popular at my school. I actually got trading cards banned in my school. It was kind of my fault. But yeah, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game with me and the other dorks, and used to trade Pokemon cards. I've still to this day got a humongous collection of Pokemon cards. Yeah, those are beta voices. It's really unknown why they took those out. Because I mean, they were done, they were ready to use. They just didn't. Probably Midway laziness, if I had to guess, because Midway during the 90s was extremely lazy. Ouch. Well, that didn't go well. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game. I never played, I just collected Pokemon cards. I never played like the actual game. I tried it a few times and I just didn't like it, so I just kind of collected. That's unblockable, by the way. You can't block that. So if he decides to use that, you're just kind of El Scrupito. Which he will 90% of the time. Look, there it is. Oh. Never played Magic the Gathering. Well, that's got to be the first instance of that happening in the history of ever awesomeness. Good for you, though, my man. It's good to find somebody that shares niche hobbies with you. Which, strangely, my wife, she doesn't like a lot of the same hobbies that I do. But we have pretty similar, very similar core beliefs, and so that makes it work. And she can respect what I like to do, and I respect what she likes to do, so it works. I don't know, maybe I was too young at the time to play the... Where are you at, Sub-Zero? They change the thing every time, it's so annoying. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. I had this buddy that also collected Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, and he had like stupid good card game luck. And so whenever I'd play Pokemon with him, he would just like destroy me because he would get every card he needed all the time. And that kind of turned me off on that, so I ended up just collecting them. But he really didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Very much, so I guess that's why I stuck with Yu-Gi-Oh! A little longer. I used to run a modified like toon set with like Relinquished and basically Pegasus's deck, and just hook Axe of Despair onto a Blue Eyes White Toon Dragon and just kill you in 2 turns. It was fun. I might do that. So I spent a lot of time trying to get some records in Castlevania speedrunning. I was thinking about making a fail compilation of that. That would be really interesting. Because I'm not really a speedrunner. I just like to speedrun Castlevania 64 because I love it so much. And what I've learned is that speedrunning is not really... Like online, you just see the glorious clips where people like break the world record and they're all excited. There's a lot of like letdowns and anger and failed attempts that go into it that you miss otherwise. So I kind of learned that the hard way. Dadgummit Baraka. There we go. Yeah, Toon World cards are fun though, man. They're probably banned now. Like, I was looking at you know how YouTube recommends you random things? For some reason, it decided to remind me that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game existed. It was like a list of like banned cards and why they were banned. And it was like 90% of the stuff me and my buds ran back in the day. Beat it, Kentaro. Yeah, see, I only really speedrun Henry. That's who I like to speedrun in that game. I don't have the patience for the others. I've done some runs of like Cornell. Not Cornell, I don't like Cornell. His quest is trash. But I've done some runs as like Reinhardt and Carey, and those were fun. But I was nowhere near close to world record or anything like that with Carey and Reinhardt. We keep talking about doing a Henry race with like me and Slucky and some of the other CV64 runners, but it's never materialized. I did do commentary for their runs sometimes, which they find my southern accent humorous. Come on, Shao Kahn. There was one, it's like supermassive black hole or something, and it basically just destroys every card on the field indiscriminately. Like, I remember using that a lot because it was really useful. There was... What else did we have that was broken? I remember Pot of Greed is now banned. Monster Reborn, Change of Heart. Basically all that stuff that came out in the first generation we had and used. It seems like I have a copy of Raigeki somewhere around here still that I acquired later. Yeah, Dark Hole, that was it. Dark Hole, yeah. It just kills literally everything on the field. I was never really good at strategizing, you know, just as a youngster, you just kind of find cards that are strong and sound cool and just try to use them the best you can. That's why I had stuff like Relinquished and Toon cards and Axe of Despair. I actually had 2 copies of Axe of Despair. I forgot how I got them. I traded for something, I'm sure. So you could get really strong with that card. Harpy's Feather Duster. I forgot about that card. And that was one of the cards from the TV show. So everybody knew about that.
Feel the power of Shao Kahn. Prepare to die.
I had Dark Magician.
Feel the wrath of Shao. Is that your best? I rule this world. Feel the power of Shao. Is that your best? Prepare to die.
Back, sorry about that. Shao Kahn's being a bit of a pest here. And they added that up knee so that you can't use your traditional strat on him.
You will die, mortal. You are not. I rule this life.
It seems like they made him taunt a lot more to make up for it. Oh, whatever, I uppercutted into it. Thanks for that. Got him. Yep, I had Blue Eyes White Dragon. Basically, when the show came out, they had the show was really cool, and so they came out with the starter decks from the show. And so I bought both of those at one point, but I got the Kaiba one first because I wanted the Blue Eyes White Dragon, because I just thought the utility of it seemed a lot better than Yugi's strategy of like just combining Exodia at the beginning. So I think that's how he beats Kaiba in like the very first episode. Is relinquished, can you still use that? Or is it like obsolete in modern play? I thought Relinquished was really cool, so I did go and buy the Pegasus starter deck when it came out because I knew it had Relinquished in it. I just kind of built my deck around draining life points, I guess, because I had stuff like Toon cards and the Axe of Despair. So, I mean, if you get that thing on something with high damage and a Toon card, it's over. And then I had a lot of like the trap cards and the magic cards that was like do 500 life points damage, do 200 life points damage, that kind of stuff. As best I remember, it's been a long time. 3 copies limited, okay. So it is still a good card, it's just limited. Thank you for opening with a slide, level 1 Sub-Zero. See, the good thing about smoke here is we'll just throw our way. Toon Blackluster Soldier. As if the game wasn't busted enough. Smoke. Stay tuned, guys, if you're just joining us. After we finish the smoke run here, we're going to bust out the bosses, so you definitely want to see that broken gameplay. If you want to see revenge against the CPU that's tortured you for years, get ready. How is the Yu-Gi-Oh card game scene? I mean, is it still like pretty active, or is it kind of slacked off? Like, I can't imagine it being as big as it was back in the day. I'm sure it's no Magic the Gathering, but it's cool that you guys have kept up with it. I kind of fell out of the... Just being from where I'm from, there weren't a whole lot of people that were interested in it, and there was one guy besides myself that was really big into it, and after he moved away, so kind of the scene kind of fell apart as far as at my local school, but... Oh yeah, now they got those online versions. Okay, so explain this to me, because I've always wondered this. Let's say I want to start playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Online. How do you get the cards? Do you just like have access to every card in the game at the beginning and you just pick your deck? Or is it like a free-to-play game where you have to buy packs with real money and they give you certain cards? I mean, how does that work? Because obviously you can't just take like a card you own and scan it in the game. Or maybe you can, I don't know. Looks like people would find ways to counterfeit and just give themselves Exodia. But I did watch a video about why Exodia isn't as strong as it sounds, so I do know that people don't run Exodia sets anymore. It's all about Pogs. Frickin' Pogs, man. Riven Mike, are you still in here? What was that stupid Pog you sent me the other day? And we both had a sensible chuckle about. If you're still watching. He's the only dude I know that collects Pogs. Maybe I should do a video about that. Torentsu becomes a duelist, and it's just me signing up, being bad at Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah. 3x3 format. Like, I just want the same thing that I used to play in school with my friends and just like run broken, overpowered cards. That's all I want, is that format. Whoa, she's fast. Whoops, I forgot. She can't be hit by projectiles. Or just dash, throw her to death. Or we could just get into a kicking match, which you'll lose. Don't get into a low kick match with the AI in this game. You'll lose. Come on.
Smoke wins. Round 3, fight.
Yeah, I'm so completely out of the scene. I really don't even know what I'm doing or where I would start. I guess I should start by paying attention to this match so I don't get killed by Jade. Where are you at? Why? Because they changed it on me. Alright, let's try this again. Modern MK2 hacks are just so crazy. Like, MK2 was such a rigid game, right? Like, you know what... Like, if I'd seen this screenshot right now of Smoke fighting Jade on the armory, that just would have blew my mind as a kid. It's like, wait, secret characters you have to fight on the Goro's layer stage. I think I've told a story before in here about the time I went to the arcade game expo, like, trade show thing with my dad. And, they had like hundreds of arcade games, and I wasted the whole time just playing MK2 Challenger because I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Because I could just go straight to like the secret characters in Kintaro and all that. What was that funny Pog that you had that you sent me a screenshot of the other day? We were talking about something and you're like, fun fact, I have a Pog of that. It was something very silly, but I don't remember what it was. I messed that match up. Stop that smoke. I really think that they have put like a time limit or something on the human usage of the dash throw, because you used to could just use it to take out the AI flawlessly. Oh yeah, the Critic, that's right, the old cartoon series. That's what it was. Yeah, like, you're the only person I know that has Pogs, and that specific Pog, especially the only person I know that has that. Definitely my favorite character from MK, definitely Smoke. I've always just loved Smoke. I think he's really cool. He's really hard to beat with that dash throw, and the fact that he smokes, not like tobacco, but obviously like his character emits smoke, I guess is the better thing to say. I really liked his redesign in MK9. I guess because I just didn't really expect, I didn't really think about human smoke being in MK9 until the day I bought it, and I was like reading the back of the box or something, and like, oh, Human Smoke is featured as a character in this. That's really neat. I'm going to try him out, and I really liked him. And so I've always just kind of been a fan of his since. Playing as him in MK2 for the first time was really neat as well. I just think the silver ninja palette looks really cool. That was just such a unique color compared to what the ninjas usually were like in the old school games. Thanks for that. Oh. Botched the input for the dash throw, and he dashed through me instead. Got a nice punch cycle on him there to open. Speaking of old cartoons, Batman animated series. I was never just a big fan of the Batman cartoons, but I did watch them because they came on before some other cartoon I wanted to watch on like Saturday morning, I think. I want to say it was the channel Yu-Gi-Oh came on actually, that there was a cartoon block that had like Batman, Batman Beyond, and then Yu-Gi-Oh would come on like later in the morning. Come on, Smoke. This is one bad thing about MK2 Plus is you end up fighting these extremely cheap secret characters on the tower. Which it's a nice change of pace, but stuff like the dash throw is very annoying because it cannot be blocked. It's unblockable. There's a reason why human players didn't get that move. They also have more health than you, so stuff that would normally kill them, it won't. Oh, that dash throw is so broken. He's literally whiff punish from any range. See, I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I stopped with Yu-Gi-Oh! The last arc I remember watching from Yu-Gi-Oh! Was where they had I think it was Waking the Dragons with like the seal of Orichalcos and all that stuff. That's the last thing I remember watching.
Smoke wins. Round 2, fight.
Oh my goodness, this dash throw is so broken. Want to get to the cool part where we play as the bosses. No, I've never seen any of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movies. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was unfortunately the tail end of the childhood cartoon phase, so... I know that eventually he like duels the Pharaoh or whatever, but that was... I never saw it. I just like watched a clip on YouTube 20 years later or something. For one thing, we need to start doing this because it's more damage. We need to not whiff that. Look at that. Well done. We're very impressed by your fatality. The POL movie. I don't know what that is. Is that Yu-Gi-Oh! The Path of Life? I watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series. Does that count? Pyramid of Light, okay. Y'all remember when they came out with the first Pokemon movie and 4Kids put it as like Pokemon the first movie? Of course, maybe that's what it was in Japan too. It was like Poketo Monster, Hajime no Eiga desu, or something like that. The funny thing about that Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is you can watch it and still get the basic plot of Yu-Gi-Oh! It doesn't really change. Alright, we gotta get off this smoke fight. This is really annoying. Oh yeah, Ancient Mew. I still have one. Oh, I hate this trash. Why would you give the AI unlimited use of that move and then lock the player's ability to use it? Maybe the air throw is the secret. Just air throw him. Oh, we figured it out, boys. Maybe not. The problem is you have no time to jump backwards, because if you sit there for more than a second, he's just going to dash in and throw you.
Fatality.
They probably did, because that card was like a big deal, like the Ancient Mew.
Round one, fight.
Pretty sure he just threw me out of a dash throw.
Round two, fight.
If you could ever get close to start jumping, he's not so bad, but the problem is getting to about right there. So you can... But if you ever try to just go from a distance, nah, he's just going to throw you all day from like halfway across the screen. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a little something going here. Time Jumping, the movie, starring Thomas Verbata as Smoke. There we go. Okay. Lost 4 viewers trying to beat that guy. Anyway. Ouch. But remember, coming up next is the bosses, so oh yeah, getting hit with the roundhouse is one of the unused sound effects.
Smoke wins. Round two, fight. Finish him.
Kick him, please. Thank you. I just remember people yelling, "Let it rip."
Fight.
Beyblade, let it rip.
Feel the power of
Toasty.
round two, fight.
Why did I stand up?
Smoke wins.
I tell you what, I need to let rip. I need to buy a new controller. Just bite the bullet and get one. Because the up, back, left diagonal on this doesn't want to always do right. When you're trying to do precise navigation versus the AI in this, that's a bad thing to have broken.
Finish him.
Eat Spike, Noob Saibot.
Fatality.
Toasty.
Round one, fight. Smoke wins. Round two, fight.
Smoke and Sub, two best friends. Except one got turned into a robot and apparently was actually Shang Tsung.
Smoke wins.
Baraka.
One, fight.
That's one thing I don't like. I wish they wouldn't have taken Shang Tsung's position out of the tower and moved it. It should kind of be locked because he's technically a boss in this game.
Round 2, fight.
Jump right into that, please. Alright, we're getting close.
Fight.
Nice.
Wins. Flawless victory. Round 2, fight. Get over here. Outstanding. Well done. Finish him.
Wouldn't be MK2 unless we did this one at least once. Pop.
Smoke wins. Fatality. Round 1.
Oh boy, endurance. Look at that. Hey Ed Boon, the corner, shouldn't we program that? Nah, just let whatever happens happens. Don't worry about it. You get in the corner in MK, there's no telling what kind of properties your move is going to have. If it's a teleport, you could just teleport right back to where you were. Hit could send you flying back across the screen. There's really just no telling.
Wins. Round 2, fight.
I wish I knew where Sector came from. Like, I know where Smoke and Cyrex came from, but what about him? I believe the lore on Sector was that he was the Grandmaster's son and, like, fully agreed with the robot thing and, like, just volunteered to do it first. And so that's why there was never really any mention of human Sector until MK9. Because he was just straight up like, yeah, become a robot, sign me up.
Finish him. Smoke wins. Round 1, fight.
Ouch.
Round 2, fight.
Funny enough, MK3 also says that Cyrax and Sector are their code names, but it never really talks about what their human names are. I think Cyrax is just Cyrax at this point. Although Smoke is technically Thomas Verbata. MK9 came out like 2011, 12, 13, somewhere in there. It was basically a retelling of the first 3 games, just rebooted. After the disaster that was MK Armageddon.
Round 2, fight.
Getting thrown into the corner, the movie. Yeah, that's the one.
Round 1, fight.
We'll do the spear sometime today, Smoke.
Smoke wins. Round 2, fight.
Had time to jump over him and then uppercut him. I love that taunt. Finally, here we go.
of Shao Kahn. Prepare to die.
I disagree with that, but okay. Well, I guess I could just do like Noob Saibot and just like quick kick him. Stun lock. Look at these pro strats here. Oh gosh, we're screwing it. Cost too many quarters. Let's try this again.
I rule this world.
Yeah, those are both good games. That's another new original move they added back, which is usually ends up screwing you over.
Prepare to die. Prepare to die.
Okay.
Prepare to
Can't believe I beat that out 9 times out of 10. If you shoot at the same time, his is going to hit first.
You will die, mortal. I rule. Pathetic fool.
It's time to play Where Will Smoke Be at this time.
You are nothing. Feel the wrath.
I am frustrated. So dumb. Hit him.
You will.
Okay, I'll just run up and hit you then. I definitely think he taunts more in MK2 Plus.
Power of Shao Kahn.
I guess that's the exchange you make because he gets that nasty up knee.
I rule.
Okay. You're gonna just point your finger at my face, I'm gonna hit you. Oh, that sounds fair. Alright.
No.
The moment you've been waiting for. Yeah, I'll try to check out Scorpion's Revenge. It sounds like a good movie. That's not Melina. Look, I can do like the CPU does to me. This will be the most relaxed playthrough I've done on here yet. Secret characters giving you trouble? No problem with Kentaro. Increased health. Insane juggle potential. That kick move that only was in Trilogy. the ability to throw from half the screen.
Round 1, fight.
Get that green shadow kick out of here.
Round 2, fight.
You can even spam fireballs like the AI.
Round 1, fight. Round 2, fight.
And for some reason this version doesn't have his fatality enabled. It must be a setting I have turned off. But you can actually, there are fatalities for Kintaro and Shao Kahn. In fact, we may try to turn that on for the Shao Kahn playthrough.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah, no dash throw to save you this time, Smoke. Evil AI Smoke. As you can see, we just kind of melt these AI opponents, and it's well deserved after years of wasting time and money trying to beat this game the normal way. You want to throw projectiles? We'll throw projectiles. Mine hurts a lot more than yours. You can obviously tell that Kung Lao's, I think that's Tony Marquez that played Kung Lao in this game. It's just wearing like a straight up, like one of those century chest pads that they drew some like kanji on. The hitbox on that kick isn't as long as it looks. It makes it a little less useful. Like you can see the foot clearly touches her, but it doesn't do anything. May have been why that move was removed. The AI might have had trouble using it or something. And we couldn't have the AI have any weaknesses in this game. No, no. We're all in this together. Look at that nice 2-hit 49 damage combo there. Completely busted. Has what's essentially the Mortal Kombat version of super armor as well. Of course, you can just sit here and take hits too, so. Gosh, I love playing as these guys. Admiral McFish, if you're out there watching this later, hats off to you, my boss playing friend. We finally did it. We played as an MK2 boss without crashing the game. Look at this crap. Some moves just don't even work on Kintaro. Like even the player doesn't have to worry about it.
Round 2, fight. Round 1, fight.
I don't care if he's invisible. I'm just going to walk up and throw him. Yeah, how does this feel? You said trash AI.
Round 2, fight.
I mean, they just stand no chance when you're using Kintaro and Shao Kahn, as you'll see shortly in just a moment. Gosh, I love that combo. That's so cool.
Round 2, fight.
I think when we do the Shao Kahn playthrough, we'll turn on turbo mode as well, which is another MK2 Plus setting. I've never done it. We'll just try it out with Shao Kahn, mix it up a little bit. Endurance, Smurrance, who cares? We've got a 49 damage 2-hit combo we can do. If he didn't auto roar, sometimes you could pretty much infinite.
Round 2, fight.
You would pretty much have to try to lose as this guy. He's just too good. The bosses, however, might give you a teensy bit of trouble. Especially the auto roar, so you better off just spamming projectiles. Unfortunately, they didn't do much in the way of a player 2 palette for Kintaro there. I like how when he gets stomped, he just turns into the regular voice actors.
Feel the wrath of Shao Kahn.
And Shao Kahn can be stomped, which is interesting. You would think he couldn't be stomped.
Shao Kahn.
Let's end it with a stomp. Okay, now for Shao Kahn, I'm going to have to do a little leg work. And I also want to... There's no ending, by the way. It just cuts straight to the credits because there's no ending in the game for Kintaro. So let's see if we can find... there should be a setting that lets us do the fatalities. We need extra moves turned on. And they are. Should go ahead and turn on turbo because why not? Adjust this for just a second. Okay. Alright, get ready for this bad guy here. Which I'm doing horribly with. Again, I've got turbo mode turned on so things move a little bit faster, which is a neat change of pace. They also made it so that there's no round announcements because you are Shao Kahn. You are the announcer. Yeah, it's a little bit trickier because of the turbo mode. The AI can get to you faster, but it doesn't really matter. You can still destroy them. Hopefully we can beat it without a loss, just on principle, but we'll see. They also made his uppercut just high punch by itself, which I don't like. I wish it was like Trilogy where you had to hold down and high punch to get the uppercut, and you just punched with both of the punch buttons. Because that really throws me off, because I tend to favor the high punch button. Okay, I need the shadow charge. Although it's kind of blasphemous to have an up charge for Shao Kahn in MK2. It was probably one of those unused moves they went back and added. Also, the range on that kick is not the best for a boss character. He's still extremely broken.
Is that your best?
Got a little close there. Got a little spicy there. Yeah, unless you know the secret, the AI is just going to murder you every time. They don't play fair at all. Which fortunately right now I'm not either. Shao Kahn just don't care. I'm impressed the AI knew how to duck that grab there. For some reason, Shao Kahn was supposed to have that grab and smack attack that he has in Trilogy as far back as this game. But it wasn't in the final game. But they restored it for this. What the heck? You ever see Spear used in a combo but not as a containment move? Stop. Noob Saibot. Dang it, those punches, I get stuck. Noob Saibot's like super fast. His high punches are nasty. Now I know if I tried that against Shao Kahn, I'd just get killed. Well, that's extremely disappointing and annoying, but Noob Saibot is literally like 4 times faster on this turbo mode, because he's already the fastest character in the game. Back down forward, huh? Eat spear. The younger Sub-Zero. Yeah, see, they shouldn't have put that uppercut on the high punch button like that, because you expect to counter that with just a straight punch, but he tries to do that uppercut and the range on that's kind of poor, so it doesn't hit.
Is that your best?
See, if Shao Kahn had just done that when Raiden fought him at the end of MK9, he probably would have won. We're not even going to mess with this endurance match. We're just going to kick it. Kick it to the curb. What? Where was he going? Now Kentaro, this should be interesting. Or it could just be him spamming fireballs for 10 minutes. Oh, you like that sick combo there? Yeah, infinite. 5 hits, 80 damage.
You are nothing.
But you can't infinite Shao Kahn. Like, if they were going to make it so you couldn't infinite Shao Kahn, why didn't they do the same for Kentaro? It doesn't really matter when you could take out 48% health in 2 hits. Ooh, there we go. So that's MK2 Plus, at least the secret character content. There is still Hornbuckle, but I'm not going to do him because you have to do a little hacking wizardry to play as him. And there's already a video on my channel, so you can go check that out. Guys, give me just a second. And we're going to swap over to UMK3. I think we might do UMK3 Plus. We'll show what that has to offer, and then we're going to swap over to Ultimate Cup Edition so that we can play as Motaro and Shao Kahn in that. So sit tight just a minute, guys. We'll be right back. That was faster than I thought. Just going to pull up the move list so I can be right and ready to go. While we get ready for MK. It's kind of like MK Trilogy, but for the arcade, but it's a little bit better than that. They did add in a lot of cool stuff that got taken out of the arcade version. And our controls aren't working. That's great. Stand by.
I win.
Apologize, guys. I really thought I set that up earlier, but it should be working now.
Here we go.
You can definitely tell it's the same people. The style is very much the same. So imagine if I had to play through all of these characters last week. I was supposed to, but I didn't finish, unfortunately. Now, what was that crashing sound you say?
That was pathetic.
Could there be a hidden character there? Well, it's Rain, of course. Freshly ported to the arcade just for your enjoyment. And by popular demand, he added in Noob Saibot into this. So now this is essentially the perfect arcade trilogy, is essentially what this is. It doesn't really have the classic characters. He could add those. I don't know if he ever will because they're kind of goofy. But hey, it is there now. So you can play Rain in an arcade perfect version of MK. It's even got his goofy, cheesy, easily slapped together fatalities.
Round one. Fight.
I also swear the computer opponents are a little bit easier in this pack too, but that's probably just some sort of confirmation bias. Also, Rain makes the game a lot easier with this move here. the second one. Down, down, back, forward, high kick.
Fatality.
Down, down, back, forward, high kick. Oh boy, Jade.
Round 1. Fight.
I actually threw the computer. We should write that down. It's a red letter day in history.
Round 2. Fight.
Toasty indeed.
Finisher.
Down, down, back, forward, high kick. It's really bad to try to learn that against Jade because you're going to be so focused on trying not to get jaded. I did go and look up some new MK,
Fight.
Ultimate MK3 anti-computer tech after last week's debacle. Found a few interesting things, but nothing that's going to let us really use all the characters. Down, down, back, forward, high kick.
Round 1. Fight. Superb. Round 2. Fight.
What the frick? Alright. Oh, I did it. Didn't have enough time.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh boy, endurance match, Jade.
Jade wins. Round 2. Fight. Well done.
I swear she gets to run faster when she uses that projectile invulnerability. It's because the CPU wants you to know it can do that better than you can.
Jade wins. Brutality.
Wow, that's some MK11 style brutalities there. Neat.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Wins. Round 2. Fight. Well done. Finish him. Wins. Round 1. Fight.
No. slide had just enough range for him to get what he needed. Ooh, that was close. Thank goodness for that ore being incredibly cheap and broken. It's too bad we've already started off this with a quarter of our health gone.
Well done. Reptile.
Went right through him.
Reptile wins. Round 3. Fight.
That time she didn't even activate the invulnerability, she just ran straight through it.
Finish him.
I love the AI in this game.
Round 1. Fight.
It had to be Jade.
2. Fight.
Well, there's a reason he was DLC. Many people wanted him.
Finish him.
Unfortunately, right now we're stuck dealing with a very pesky AI Jade. Because if there's anybody who's going to get an endurance match with Jade on stream, it's going to be me. I swear, like, you go to punish that and it's just like instantaneously you get punished instead.
Well done.
Back up. Go to punish him for the slide, he just throws you. It's incredible.
Round 2. Fight.
Stop. Nice.
Reptile wins.
This dreaded E.
Fight.
No, this is Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 Plus. Rain is actually not playable in the arcade collection.
Well done. Jade wins. Round 2. Fight.
little moment of invulnerability they get on jump in is so broken. It's absolutely disgraceful. That was the one chance you had in MK1 endurance matches, but in this one they just give the advantage back to the computer, as if it needs it.
Round 1, fight.
And now we got the pity AI, so we should be able to... Poor Reptile, that's all he knows how to do, honestly. He's just been trying to resurrect his realm for so long. He just keeps sliding further and further.
Round 2, fight.
Ow. There was some strat I watched online the other day where it was during a speed run that was posted in my Discord. Sindel somehow can lock them into like a punch cycle where you just punch indefinitely.
Well done.
Nope.
Round 3, fight. Superb.
Gosh, the range is so terrible.
Jay wins.
It's like playing Dark Souls. So you keep throwing yourself at it until eventually it breaks. The insta throw and like the ducked uppercut thing just infuriates me. Messed up diagonal input cost me the match.
Round 2, fight.
Apparently we're back on very hard AI.
Well done. Finish him. Jay wins.
This is like having Halloween at Ed Boon's house.
Fight.
Come on. I actually just finished MK2. But if we have time, I might sneak in a hornbuckle. I'm going to have to do a little messing around with the cheat file, but I might can do it. It'll either work or it'll crash the game, one or the other.
Well done.
Finally.
Round 2, fight. Well done.
Hit that, you trash. It was not pretty, but we'll take it so we can finally move on
Fight.
to Montaro. Yeah, I apologize, guys. I know that's boring, but this AI and this, I still have not figured out how to beat this as characters other than like Robot Smoke, Sector, characters that can really exploit what's going on. They just have such a hard time. Okay. Got him. Nothing to it.
Fight.
Nice whiff.
Round 2. Fight. You're still trying to win?
Got the Temple Guardian Olamech standing back there watching the match. Wasn't that guy from Legends of the Hidden Temple? Olamech. Yes, please shoulder charge some more. Epilepsy warning. So in the interest of completing that request for Hornbuckle, even though I said we wouldn't, we'll probably... And unfortunately, he does have an ending. So you do get to see the ending there. So I'll let you guys check that out while I load up.
Well done.
So this is Ultimate Cup Edition. And it's like Trilogy, but for the arcade. And it's got some really nice features. Such as playing as old Motaro here. I think we could handle a little bit harder a tower. As you can see, Motaro's super fast. Some characters can punish that tail trip on hit, but if you do it far enough away, it's usually safe. Or like as a punisher or something like that. Motaro as a player can't spam fireballs like the AI one can, unfortunately.
Flawless victory. Round 1. Fight.
Oh yeah, completely busted. But the AI deserves it. We wouldn't use this against a human player.
Fight.
But I kind of want to do the bosses tonight since we did most of the regular characters over the last 2 weeks. So like 2 or 3 weeks ago I played through every character in MK3. I tried to do UMK3 last week, but it just wore on too long and I had to take a break. And so tonight we're kind of doing bosses and secret characters in MK2 and 3. So we can see just how stupid broken Motaro is. Eat fan, Katana. I like how the grenade bounces back. I have a teleport too. I've never gotten into like the big, super huge Mortal Kombat Mugen hacks. After playing the old games for so long, they just feel strange. The movement feels strange. And then people take a lot of liberties. Like, I can understand like doing a Mugen version of maybe Mortal Kombat 1, because that way you could play as like the bosses and Reptile and that kind of thing. But when people do like that, you know, the MK1 hack or whatever, it's always like Ermac and all these self-insert characters. It's like, who is Cyber? Who is Shadow Priest? You know, these original characters people come up with. Chrome. Which, I mean, that's fine if people want to make custom Mugen characters, but if I'm going to play like Mugen Mortal Kombat 1, I want it to be just Mortal Kombat 1 with the bosses playable. Not like fan game. Not that there's anything wrong, of course, with making a fan game. Dang. Motaro's worst move is that tail trip, and it's ironically the best thing to do against the computer with him. Yeah, try interrupting Motaro's hind kick as a player. See what happens. That hind leg kick does so much damage, but it's so slow. They'll just like frame perfect punch you out of it every time. Yeah, and they put the MK Armageddon characters in there. I've said it before, that is a really cool Player 2 Motaro palette. You would probably have to emulate them or get on Steam and like buy the arcade collection. I think it's still on Steam. Or it used to be a long time ago. That'd probably be the best way to do it, is to buy the arcade collection. This is just kind of a ward of attrition when you get these boss characters fighting each other. It really depends on how many times Shao Kahn decides to charge. Nice. Just gonna do the quick one this time. Nice Star Bridge port here from the N64 version. Oh, we got the hammer. We haven't even used the hammer. I should have a grab and smack move too, but I don't know what it is.
That was pathetic. Flawless victory. Round 2. Fight.
Stupid smoke. Stop.
You're still trying to win. Round 1. Fight.
Now, I don't know how I feel about adding all the MK2 stages into Ultimate Mortal Kombat. They're a nice addition, but I prefer to, I don't know, those backgrounds just look out of place with some of the 3 style characters.
Trying to win. Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
I love that hammer. It's just like pop. You can actually feel the impact.
Fight.
As if Shao Kahn needed a containment move. No projectile invulnerability to help you now.
Fight.
Dang. Kick went right through her. Pretty much no move in the game can out-prioritize the knee. The hitbox, I swear, must extend like 30 feet in front of him. It's like, is the opponent anywhere within 5 miles? Yes. Are they blocking? No. Register a hit for Shao Kahn. Like you can see even on Motaro, I was able to just trade hits with him till we died. Or he died, rather. That was interesting. Much like catching Pokemon and training them, this will be my real test, because this Shao Kahn fight can go very bad very quickly. Because he can just start spamming like crazy and you can't really do anything. Yeah, you see that? The up knee just went straight through his fireball. It's that good. There we go. And unfortunately, they didn't put a tournament outcome. So all you can do is the Relium Okanap. So let me see if I can.
That was pathetic.
Since there was a request for a hornbuckle, let's see if I can edit this in such a way you guys can enjoy these nice credits over here while I see if I can get this to work. Since I haven't played hornbuckle in a while, it would be a fun one to do. And I think I know how to do this without breaking everything. We'll see. Why didn't that work? Oh, okay. It did, just not where I expected, but that's fun too. I'll just do it this way. I know it sounds like chaos right now, guys. Just give me a minute here. Oh yeah, that worked. Okay. Here we go. Now. How about some hornbuckle? Yeah, I was working on it. I figured it was.
Excellent. Okay. fight.
Alright, let's see if I can remember my hornbuckle tech. I remember that. Just
Well done.
melt the opponent with fireballs.
Victory. Round 2, fight. Finish.
Look at that.
Well done.
The combo counter messed up. It didn't even know what to do.
1, fight.
I actually like the green color. That's kind of cool.
You are nothing. Well done. Feel the power of
I also noticed they've taken
fight.
his other special moves away. Either that or I messed up the controls, which is very possible.
Well done. Round 3, fight.
Yeah, I need to fix that because I can't high kick, and I need to be able to do that. There we go.
Finish him.
As soon as I finish getting killed by Noob Saibot,
Okay.
I don't like how it randomizes the select screen. That's annoying.
Round 1, fight.
Turbo mode is also on, so that makes things a little harder.
Feel the power of
Alright, this guy's getting fireballed.
2, fight. Well done.
81 damage.
Victory.
We thought zoning with Deadshot and Injustice 2 was bad.
Finish all 2. Well done. Flawless victory.
Hornbuckle just don't care.
Round 1, fight. Well done.
108 damage, a new record.
Round 2, fight. Finish him. Well done.
He's just Liu Kang with no fireball limit, but it's still fun to play. He's the most broken thing you'll ever get to control in MK2.
Fight.
Except maybe the bosses, of course.
Well
I
done.
love the juggle. It's like Shang Tsung
Flawless.
in MK1.
Round 2, fight. Outstanding. Finish him. Well done. Flawless victory. Fatality. Round 1, fight.
That fatality's the easy one. If I don't get dash thrown to death, I'll show you how to do it. Here, let's just melt smoke here so we can...
Flawless victory. Round 3, fight.
So stupid. Die. Alright, so when it goes to finish him,
Nothing. Finish him.
just hold block and then rotate the joystick 360 degrees clockwise. I like to start at the up motion because you're holding block, it won't matter, you won't jump. And just keep holding block and then rotating 360 degrees clockwise.
Victory.
And about 2 or 3 times it'll register and you'll go and he'll do it. Just make sure you're relatively close. See, if you're back here, he won't do it. You need to be about right there.
Well done. Fatality. Round 1, fight.
But it's not tough once you know the trick.
Well done. Round 2, fight. Finish. Excellent.
He also has that.
Well done.
You can see him for a split second, he's still Liu Kang.
Fatality.
To do fatalities that require a jump motion, just hold block. That's the trick. And also you can, if you don't want to hold block, you can preemptively jump and then press another jump motion while you're in the air. I think it's Raiden that has a motion that requires him to press like up twice.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah, just press up 3 times. Just press an extra 2 ups while you're in the air. It'll still work. The game is still reading inputs even while you're in the air. Yeah, it's not hard. You can do it.
Round 1, fight.
This is going to be tough because she nulls projectiles.
Jade wins. Round 2, fight. Finish him.
It had to be Jade, didn't it?
Excellent.
As always, Jade is ever the bane of my existence. I main Jade for a little bit in MK11.
Jade.
TS damage.
Round 2, fight.
She straight up threw me out of a flying kick. Up, down, up, low kick. Yeah, you can hold block. What you do is hold block, press up, down, up, and then let go of the block and hit low kick while you're on the ground. You don't want to hit the low kick while you're in the air. It won't work. So kind of do it slow. Do a up, down, up, and then release, low kick. And that'll work.
Jade wins. Round 2, fight. Finish him. Jade wins.
In fact, what is that? Soul Steal Fatality. We'll try it right now. It's up, down, up, low kick, right? As soon as Jade finishes throwing fans all over the daggone place.
Jade.
This is really fun.
two, fight. Outstanding. Finish him.
Okay, I've had enough of this stupid turbo mode. It's so busted. Yeah, turn that crap off. Especially if you're going to have characters like Jade in there that just... Just turn that off. The secret characters are annoying to fight. But yeah, we'll demonstrate this. Yeah, Jade is too much of a pain if we just want to see this. So let's go back here. Oh yeah, that's much slower, but it's much better.
Well done.
That's how MK2 should feel.
Win flawless victory. Round two, fight. Excellent. Finish standing.
Okay, what'd you say? Up, down, up. And I accidentally turned into Scorpion. Great.
Shang Tsung wins.
I pressed up twice.
Round one, fight. Outstanding.
Come on, die.
Shang Tsung
And that fatality requires you to be right up next to him, right?
fight.
Up, down, up, low kick. Okay, here we go. Yeah, just like that.
Shang Tsung wins. Fatality.
See how I never even left the ground. You just hold block, up, down, up, release. That's it.
Shang Tsung wins. Round two, fight.
Let's try it again.
Finish him.
Up, down, up, low kick. Yep.
Shang Tsung wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
Nothing to it.
Round one, fight.
All those short, stubby legs.
Shang Tsung wins. Round two, fight.
Only for that match, and that was because I pressed something during the interim. If you don't press anything, it won't reactivate that.
I rule this world. Finish him. Shang Tsung wins. Fatality. Round one, fight. Outstanding. Kitana wins.
Up, up, high punch, holding block. Yes, you can. Hold on, we'll try to do it at the end of this match. Katana will stop being a pain.
Well done.
And that's up, up, high punch. I know there's one that's like up, up, down, down, but just up, up, high punch.
Finisher.
That's up. Yep, it works. Just hold block, up, up, high punch.
Shang Tsung wins. Fatality.
You even get the nice little like scary noise jingle effect too, which is nice.
Round one. Fight.
Faster uppercuts. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Play a lot of Castlevania, a lot of Mortal Kombat, a lot of old fighters, some Tekken. So if you like those kind of things, definitely check the channel out. I think you'll like it. Oh yeah, we'll be glad to have you. You can come in there and talk about how bad my latest videos are. See if I can get away with doing this one. Yep.
Shang Tsung wins. Fatality.
Anyway, let's finish out his hornbuckle here since we wanted to see that. You can't jump forever, Sub-Zero. You cannot resist the power.
Flawless victory.
Power of Toasty.
Round two. Fight.
He can apparently resist having his slide punished.
Well done.
Even Shao Kahn was so offended he stood up after that. Steve Ritchie did such a good job voice acting this game.
Flawless victory.
It's iconic voice acting performance.
Fight. Well done.
You like the classics, huh, Liu Kang, game protagonist, the hero of Mortal Kombat.
Outstanding. Well done. Fatality. Round one. Fight.
Duck.
Outstanding. Well done.
108 damage.
Round two. Fight. Excellent. Outstanding. Outstanding. Well done. Flawless victory. Round one. Fight. I rule this world. Well done.
Forward, back, back, back. Okay.
Round two. Fight. Nothing. Finish him. Well done.
Friendship doesn't seem to work with this guy.
Round one. Fight.
108 damage off one move. Sounds like an MK Armageddon character. That level of balance.
Flawless victory. Round 1, fight.
I mean, if you're gonna use him, you might as well. That's what he's for. On the next Dragon Ball Z, Hornbuckle defeats Shang Tsung.
Well done. Fatality.
Alright, let's see how he does against bosses. Alright, take care, man. I appreciate you. I'm probably going to be signing off here pretty soon once we finish this. Usually my streams are Mondays from 9 to 12 Central Time. For you and anybody else who's just now checking out. But I post lots of videos about fighting game news and Tekken and those sorts of things, so you can always check those out at any time. Currently working on a big Castlevania video, which I've done the voice recording. I just have to do the I gotta go get the footage and stuff, so that's gonna take some time because it's fairly extensive. Shao Kahn, he can be locked down pretty easy in MK2, so we'll just finish him off.
I rule this world.
Ouch. And in Shao Kahn's own words, you are nothing. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there, just about 9 minutes early tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're watching this after the fact, the recording, and thanks for watching it also. Tune in next time, Monday, 9 Central, 9 to 12, and we'll do our Monday night stream. Not sure what we'll play. I might post a poll, do a video with a poll, so that you guys can tell me what you want to see. And I'll post a new Discord invite. I'll do one right now, in fact. I'll accept the compliment, but while playing as Hornbuckle, it doesn't take much. Anytime. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this MK2 Plus / MK3 Plus and Ultimate Cup Edition playthrough. Stay tuned to the channel, guys. If you haven't subscribed, you can do that. I appreciate all the views and likes, as always. You guys are too much. I appreciate you. Anyway, take care. Good night. Be safe. I appreciate you guys.